All right. Cool. Hey, everybody, it's Brian here. I usually have my Tuesday night mediumship development circle, but I am by myself tonight, so I wanted to put it out to you, those that are following on my channel. You can absolutely tune in now or check it out later. Basically, I'm not going to be going through an entire circle of what it is, but I'm going to go through some of it because my day today ended on a stressful note. So I always look forward to the Tuesday night circles so that I can recenter. So with that being said, let's get into it. So yeah, so if you're here, congratulations for being in the right place at the right time, or listening to the message that Spirit happens to have for you today. Okay, so let's get started by doing a little bit of healing, which I like to do. You don't have to be certified or attuned into polarity or Reiki or any of the other healing modalities. It really is just important that it's your intention to send this healing, and that healing can go to areas that you know need to be worked on, or it can be just a generic healing that's sent out. And we do that with intention. So let's close our eyes. And the first thing I like to do is to imagine this white energy that's surrounding my physical and my spiritual bodies. And know that this is a white light of protection and to amplify my vibration. I ask my guardian angels and spirit guides to help raise my vibration to the highest it can be. I also invite them to come and to help me be a open conduit to this healing energy that comes from the universe. It never really comes from you. If you feel drained after doing this, you're doing it wrong. You're using your own energy, and we really should be using it through us. So that should never be drained, but we should feel calmer and better after doing this. So we're going to do this. We've already requested our angels and teachers and healers there in the spirit world that come with us and that are with us all the time to be with us and assist us with this. I want you to first set your intention on everybody that's watching this particular live, either now or on replay. You may not know them, and that's okay. You can put your hands out or put them on your lap, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's your intention here. So we're just going to send this healing energy. We're going to imagine this energy coming from the universe through our crown chakra, through our hands. During this time, your hands can feel warm or they can feel kind of swirly or tingly. That's fine and that's normal. And if they don't feel that way, that's fine too. So we're just going to send that out. And imagine that flowing to us and out of the palms of our hands. Up there to all those people that are listening right now. As we do that, we're breathing, we're making sure that we're present in this moment. And I want you to turn that energy back on yourself. We are the last person we tend to think of as humans. This is just normal. And to not think of ourselves, we tend to think of others a lot. So imagine that healing coming through your hands and back into that heart chakra there high in your chest. Taking those breaths, and as those breaths come in, you're imagining this energy coming through you. Now I want you to take this and we're going to send it out to our family and our friends that we know. Some of them might have things that they're dealing with right now, sicknesses, illnesses, broken relationships, worry about money, worry about their jobs. Send it there. If you know what it is, if you don't, just intend to send it. And the intention of sending, we've already sent and we've already done. So now as we do it, if you're thinking about mom, I want you to picture mom in your mind. Imagine that energy being sent to her right now. And whomever else, picture them within your mind's eye. And not, for a lot of you, that may not be possible, but I'm feeling like the majority of you it is. So picture that person in your mind. This is clairvoyance. Send that healing out to them. Especially those that might be coming up on birthdays and the holidays where they've lost loved ones that you know, maybe even recently. You just want to send that healing there so that they know that their loved ones aren't gone. There's one more thing before we finish up on this healing part. You can imagine the places that these people work are their homes, and you can imagine filling it and covering it with a pink energy. And that pink energy will seal in and bring that healing energy there. And what I like to do is imagine my hand coming out and making like a sealing of a angel wing. Like as you leave that on the outside, you seal it in, and it's like a swoop shape, like a wing, and you can see that. So we finish up here, and now we're going to get into a guided meditation. And what I want you to know about guided meditations, if you haven't heard me say this before, a lot of people tend to sabotage their meditations by being distracted, worrying about being distracted, worrying about moving, worried about not doing it right or seeing the right thing. Guided meditations often are led. This one's going to be led by me. It's going to be a situation. And if you can find yourself in that situation, great. If you can't and you happen to be somewhere else, great. Your mind knows exactly where you have to be, so you should just let it all go. And if you come back to this meditation and you listen to it again, you will have a different experience. It is my recommendation that if you do meditation, you have something to write your experiences down on, so that the next time you listen to this or the next time you do a meditation, you can look at your notes and see if some similar things are happening. Are you seeing swirling colors? Are you feeling sensations around your body? Are you feeling a presence in your space? Are you feeling tingling? Are you feeling warmth? Are you feeling kind of lightheaded? Are you feeling heavy? Are you feeling your hands and your feet, or do you lose feeling in your hands and feet? Write this all down, because it just goes to show you when you look back that there's some progress being made. So let's begin. A little cool where I am, so I like to be nice and comfortable. You want to be comfortable too. I know some mediums who will say that you should not cross your hands, you should not cross your feet, because it crosses up and blocks your energy. I feel like you want to be comfortable. So I do not believe that you will lose something by crossing your hands or your feet. In my case, I kind of like crossing my foot underneath me and having one down and one up. So that's what I'm going to do now. If you wish and you have something, this is quartz, you can hold on to that. If you've got something like selenite or rose quartz or something, you can feel free to hold something like that in your hand while you're meditating. Now you can meditate with your eyes open, and you can meditate with your eyes closed. A lot of people find it easier to meditate with their eyes closed because the distractions of the room are gone. Plus, it's easier for your pineal gland to start to activate when it's completely dark. If you choose to meditate with your eyes open, that's absolutely fine. And you can just pick a spot on a blank wall. Usually maybe it's a fixture on the wall, or a point where there's another color or a pin or an imperfection or something like that. And just gaze at it with soft vision. So don't focus too hard on it, and kind of let the rest of what's around you fade and kind of blur. And then typically when you do that, I'm just going to stop my little timer. Typically when you do that, there'll come a time where you just naturally feel like you want to close your eyes, and then you can go there, close your eyes. So let's do this now. I'm going to ask you to concentrate on your breath. We go throughout our day worried about what's happening, caught up in the day-to-day life, what's at the office, what's happening at home. It's busy with kids and bosses and work and animals and pets. And right now, I just want you to leave all that aside. You can even imagine leaving that outside the door where you are, wherever you are, living room, a private room. Leave that stuff outside the door. It's going to be your choice after this, whether you want to go and pick it back up again. But no, you don't have to. Remember, the stuff that happened today has already happened. You don't have to carry that forward into tomorrow. And you definitely don't have to worry about tomorrow. You can leave that stuff, whether it's a project that you have to do or homework you have to turn in. By the way, I have to turn in some homework, so after this, I'm going to be studying. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. I am just going to put that aside and just focus on now. And the best way to focus on now is to set your intention and your awareness on your breath. It's distracting to your mind. How many of you say it's tough to shut off your mind? It's here, it's there. If you think about that, when you say it's tough to shut off your mind, and if you were to freeze frame that, what's on your mind? It's things about yesterday, it's things that happened earlier, and it's things that are happening tomorrow. That's what's on your mind. So we're intentionally putting that aside. And we're just going to concentrate on one thing. You have one task, and that is to listen to what I'm saying and to concentrate on the breath, the movement of the air as it enters your nose, exits your nose, or exits your mouth, whatever you feel comfortable with. You do it. You do it. The whole point here, and the important part here, is that the breath is happening now. Didn't happen yesterday. Didn't happen a second ago. Not happening in a minute. It's happening right now. Distract yourself with it. And as you're doing that, follow along. Begin to breathe. And as we breathe, I want you to take long and deep breaths. If you're one that likes instruction, I would like you to take a deep breath for the count of 4, hold it to the count of 4, and exhale to the count of 8. As you exhale, I want you to intentionally soften your muscles. I want you to intentionally also scan your body from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet and search for anywhere that you might be holding tension and pressure. in the shoulders, in the neck, around the mouth, the forehead. As you breathe, I want you to feel your physical body getting heavier. These next couple of breaths, I want you to exhale past 8 as much as you can exhale. Very good. And now I want you to imagine walking through a field. Soft grass beneath your feet. The warm sun in the sky. Sky of deep blue. As you walk, I want you to feel the warmth upon your face and know that this is the love of the Creator that shines down upon you with no judgment. An unconditional love that loves you for who you are, no matter the mistakes. Feel not only the warmth of the sun and the love that shines down upon you, but also the other feelings within your body that this knowledge and this connection create for you. As you walk, notice within the grass the tall flowers of all colors. Notice the bees as they fly, doing their own business. Not a care in the world. See if you can notice the smells or pick out specific flowers that you see in the field before you. And as you do, I want you to recognize that they're familiar to you and they hold a special connection. As you walk in this warmth and the soft grass, I want you to feel your path. Within the wind and the breeze, I want you to listen. Feel your ears move to hear the message that's on the wind for you. Don't doubt that message that you hear. Don't doubt the encouragement or your worth of it. Instead, embrace it. Instead, realize that there is peace and calm and reconnection. And you just take the time to be. We spend so much time running from place to place that we miss who we are. We miss those small things that we do for others that brighten their days. And before they have time to thank us, we're off to the next thing. Never doubt your ability to raise somebody else's vibrations. Never doubt the light that you can bring to somebody's dark day. Never forget that each and every day you could be the answer to somebody else's prayers. We're all connected on this path. And now it is your turn. Walk through the field until you come to the stream. Take off your clothes and dip your foot in the stream and realize that it is warm and inviting. As you walk out into it, the water is calm and warm. As you dip beneath its surface, and reemerge lighter and more confident than you were before. If there is something that's been weighing you down, name it now. Once again, submerge beneath the waters and reemerge without that burden. Doing so as many times as you need. When you have finished, come back to the shore, to the field, finding new clothes, brighter clothes. And put them on feeling renewed. Put them on knowing that you're doing the right thing. Put them on knowing you do not need to pick up those burdens of the past or those things that no longer serve you. Walk back into the field, lighter and refreshed, more confident in your place. Walk back through this field, feeling the warmth on your skin, and with a heart of gratitude. You are strong. And no matter what comes, you can overcome it. Feel once again how this white light surrounds your bodies. Once again, start being reacquainted with that breath that you've been breathing all along. Start moving your hands and start moving your feet and your head. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Very good. I hope you enjoyed that. Before I leave, I wanted to give you a tip that you can use if you are interested in developing your psychic abilities of spirit communication. The difference is the psychic skills are all about connecting to the energetic field around somebody or something. For the most part, that's psychic energy around someone that's living or a pet. Mediumship is when you spirit to spirit communicate with another spirit who does not have a body. So one of the tips for connecting psychically to somebody is you can set up a time with them and imagine that you first of all set your intention to connect to their energy, and then you can imagine putting on their jacket, putting on a cloak that is them, and see how you feel. And what you want to look for is any changes within your body. They could be things that you don't typically do. It could be a feeling. It could just be words that come to mind. And that's connecting to their energy. When you connect to spirit energy, we do the same thing, only we invite spirit to be within our space and we make a space for them. If you're sitting at a desk or a table, you can make the surface of the table that energetic room, and you can ask for a spirit to come forward, whether it's your loved ones or your higher self or your guides to step forward. And when you're there and that happens, you want to close your eyes and feel how the room changes. The room is going to change in a way when spirit moves close to you. That could feel like somebody is standing next to you, or it could be that you feel like you're leaning one way or the other, or you could have tingles, or you could have other sensations. One of the ways that we can practice what this may feel like is if you close your eyes and you hold up a hand. And I want you to put that hand in front of your face and keep moving it closer and closer. Closer and closer. Closer and closer. And there's going to be a time that you feel a change. It's a warmth. It's almost a radiation. It's a pressure you'll feel. Do the same thing to the right. If you have somebody that's working with you, you can absolutely have them do this. If you're working with a partner, oftentimes we would do this in person, where somebody will sit in front and then somebody will come up behind them or beside them. Notice that if you move your hand like over your ear, it feels different than over your face. And then try it on the other side. I don't know about you, but if you put your hand over your ear, you can kind of hear a ringing. Listen carefully. Okay, so that was just a little bit about psychic versus mediumship, and then some way of identifying after you've asked them to come through. Kind of, this is a good concrete way of how that might feel. And then without our hands being there, I want you to feel out after you make that request and see where that appears for you. Now, before we go, one other thing. So you can absolutely set parameters. Okay, it's not the same for everybody. So you don't want to get stuck in this thought that you have to progress at the same rate as somebody else, or be gifted in the way of somebody else, or else you're not doing it right, or you're just not good. That's not true. Okay, so you don't want to compare yourself with anybody else. So what we're going to do is you are going to close your eyes. You're going to invite that spirit in close. You're going to identify where you feel it. And you can say something, and I recommend you do this, is that you say, okay, spirit guides, when I ask spirit to step forward, I want male spirits to be on my right side, and I want female spirits to be on my left side, or vice versa, whichever way you want to do it. I do right for male, left for female. And when you set that parameter with your spirit guides and you ask for a spirit to step forward, you're going to feel it on either side. And that's going to start you off with understanding who the spirit is, because not everybody is visual. I'm not visual. I don't see spirits. I will more likely feel or hear, but I won't see. Some people will see, so it won't be a problem. They know exactly who they're dealing with. But if you're one of the people like me that don't see, and you've set the parameter, practice this as often as you can. And just see, it's going to be subtle at first, and then it's going to feel easier and easier and easier as you practice. So you can even ask if you want. If you don't want to set right and left, you can say, okay, spirit guides, show me what a female spirit feels like. Show me what a male spirit feels like. Show me what you feel like. Show me what a spirit guide feels like. And then you practice that. And then you will stay with that. And then the next time you do a reading or you meditate and you have those sensations or feelings, you'll know exactly who's with you. So that is what I wanted to tell you tonight. So I'm so happy that you were able to check this out. I do have my spirit circles, my spiritual and mediumship development circles. They're live on Zoom. They're not live streamed like this one, but they're private Zoom meetings every Tuesday night from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So it's an hour and a half Eastern time. Some of you might be overseas, so it might be super early for you. If you can make it, awesome. I charge $20 for the hour and a half each Tuesday, and it is every Tuesday. But I do have a special over at my website, bryan-medium.com, bryan-medium.com. And for $30, you can become a member and then attend 1, 2, 3, or all 4 mediumship development circles. So it's a really good deal. It will allow you to put something on your calendar for regular practice with other people in a nice environment that is non-judgmental. And you don't have to worry about what people are going to think or what if you get it wrong. And the whole time we do basically what we did here, we'll go through healing, we'll go through guided meditation, and then we'll practice. And we'll do readings and we'll practice, and I'll work with you and give you some helpful tips, and you'll see where you're right and get feedback and see where you might have missed it a little bit and see how you can get better. This is a really good way of doing it. So if you're interested in that, I suggest you head over and check it out and join us on a Tuesday. We typically have like 4 to 6 people every week, and everybody comes away loving it and learning something every single time, even if it's a message for you. And often there are messages that you'll get. Most of the time we find that one particular person has all the messages because they needed to hear something. So it's really great. So I'd like to see you there. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I would appreciate if you left a comment and let me know. And then if you have any questions or anything about anything you did, or you heard, or maybe even a question you're not sure of, I'd be happy to answer it. It might not be right away, but I definitely will answer it. So I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and set the notifications, please do it. I heard that the more people that you have, the more it's shown to people because it's popular. So it would help me out. Okay. So have an amazing evening, and I hope to see you one of these Tuesdays.